in Detroit. It's a special Saturday night edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Tonight, it's a preseason matchup here in Week 3 between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Detroit Lions. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And they'll be let out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them at practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They'll set up, they'll roll him out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. You know, last week I remember asking you, what would an offensive coordinator be looking for week 2 of the preseason? Now we're in week 3. Defensive coordinator, what's he looking at?
For the most part in preseason, you're playing pretty basic stuff, pretty vanilla defenses. You're looking for guys that play with abandon, that just go out and make plays and kind of in order for you to notice them.
A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get
plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. Did he bounce? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch. He didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now here's the call. Winds up a very good catch. That one is that now will wind up an incomplete pass. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at variance, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run. He's on the road and want to lean on the running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
The kick by Lambeau is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they'll likely get a few more drives before we see the second team, but a good start for the first unit with 3 points.
Yeah, good start, and now they want to see them build on it because you're exactly right. They'll get a few more drives at this stage of the season and add to what we just saw in the first drive.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambeau to kick this one off. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. 10 got it in their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for 4. 2nd and 6. Go off a handoff here to Swift. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed.
On first down, gone. It's brought in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They run out of the gun with Swift. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hit and run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the Jaguars are in great shape. 6-yard line. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, vacate and run with receivers, played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. They run. Robinson fights through one man, and they'll get him down inside the field.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
The 1st and 8. Up to throw. And connecting here with Burt. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second goal and 6. In good position, 1st. Open man is Musk. And he gets inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They'll try and run for it, and he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. James Robinson, a 5-yard touchdown, and the Jaguars had 6 to their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but front scrimmage and downfield, and how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Josh Lambeau now for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's finished off with a 5-yard touchdown run. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made it great, continue to come. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is complete. You often can go for big yardage.
Up nicely for schedule. They'll try and run here with Swift. And Swift is not going to get there as they stop him short of the yellow line. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra deep. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take. And for them, their last go-around, obviously they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And it's incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. On the run, it's Robinson. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Their point of attack, holding up. They left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 25-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side and just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0, our score. Back to throw now on first down. Rolling to his right. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw. Will be 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Touchdown, Jaguars. LaVisca Chenault. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
That score was not a game clincher by any stretch of the imagination, but the other team now has to be careful to not let this game begin to slip away.
Lambeau on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. And And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. To return it, Darius Phillips. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And Detroit getting set to go now. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Josh Allen, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And he brings this one back. A fumble return for a Jacksonville score. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the round is on here in this first half. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end, Hockenson. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a first down throw. Goff. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. Throwing on 2nd and long. Off. He'll drop to Swift. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he is going to have it as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. He gets it complete to Harris. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. With 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an 8-yard attempt. It's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. So we've come to halftime after... Hey, Charles, give me water. Jeez, Chuck, they cut off the halftime show again. Quicker than anticipated, ready for the start of the second half. Our starters likely to be out there for the 3rd quarter as we get back underway in this second half. We'll begin with a touchback. So Jared Goff, he is the focus of our player spotlight. And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula keeping him better? expected because his struggle.
And normally what you get is renewed determination.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And you have us down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, the end zone, and do it again to have a chance to win this game.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Off. And this one played. Too much contact to hold that one, and it's 3rd down. Finding open receivers on game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
10 defense and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And his throw here's incomplete.
He's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
On play action, the throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Eluding the pressure right. Finding some room at midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a 1st down on 3rd and long. And somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
If you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the 1st down marker.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll run it now with Robinson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 51 yards rushing for him now to this point. As we surmise, Charles, most of the starting units still out there for this 3rd quarter. First time this preseason that they played into the second half.
And that's by design. Most of the time by this point of the preseason, you want them to go into the half, cool down, and then come back out and warm up to start the
touchdown. LaVisca Chenault ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars continue to roll.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys.
I believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that will extend this big lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Darius Phillips out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3-and-out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On 1st and 10, Goff. And this one taken in by Cephas. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Ball initially, so he successfully.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. The last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this was just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get clear. We have to leave the booth. I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage. So
on 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says Judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Well, Carter Landry maybe doesn't have the speed he once had in his Longhorn days, but he showed a nice little burst after that catch.
Almost like he had a little bit of a throwback there, huh, partner? Because while he was never really a burner, he did have the ability to outrun linebackers. And here, as you described, he looked like the 2014 Carter Landry, and he rumbled for a big gain.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and... They'll run here with Robinson. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. James Robinson ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And the lead will swell by 1 more. And that's going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
They control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And now the first throw back at the quarterback. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. It looks like a 12 there on the first down sack. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for that entire team. But really this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's that defensive pressure.
The Lions on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and a mile. Looking to throw. Peters. And that is incomplete.
The one with the dive look that time on defense just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
On 4th is this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And Charles, in a very fair, I think we've reached the point in the broadcast where you and I, we may have some filling to do, right?
Yes. I try and keep people scratching a bit.
Get some talking points, dig them all out.
That's what you get. A big-time producer, keep them here.
Now, I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Fighting his way through contact. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 53 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Minshew sets to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Colin Johnson there to make the grab. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. By up and good. And that will extend this big lead. 4 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And Lambeau now after the tuck, kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. Not get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? Well, the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitate to be bigger and lead to an interception.
Works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is third. Operating from the gun. Peters. Throw right side. Going to be taken in by Henderson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's taken in by Callaway. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he'll find Henderson there. It's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Lions on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Back to throw again. And the timing a bit off that time is out. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what did you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, you would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
By Henderson. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point of it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Andre Sisco. And the Jags are going to take over at their own 41. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts at this point. A little bit of space there for the 1st down run, as that's going to get them about 5 yards.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Stripe into line short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll run with Etienne. And he gets this one across midfield for the 1st down to the 4.
Understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for. That helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Detroit.
Welcome to OT with KC, Kevin Connors.
Okay, people, let's make it official. It is time to kick off the first episode of OT with KC. I'm Kevin Connors. I could not be more excited for the debut of our podcast. It is so great to have you with us as we record the show so we can debate your hot takes, share your questions with our guests, and hey, who knows? I mean, you might even win some bragging rights.